Well, good morning, folks, and welcome to today's live broadcast. As we celebrate the excitement of the Kentucky Derby today, I want to take a moment and eulogize the history of the iconic Triple Crown of thoroughbred racing, an achievement that symbolizes the pinnacle of excellence in horse racing, where only the most talented, resilient of horses rise to the top. The Triple Crown is made up of three races: the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes — I had pictures of these — and the Belmont Stakes.
Yep, they're coming.
Okay, hang on a minute.
Pictures are coming.
Coming?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, all right. The Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, and the Belmont Stakes, these three jewels in the world of racing, have become synonymous with prestige, tradition, and an athlete's ultimate test. But how did the Triple Crown come to be? Let's explore the history of this legendary series and why it means so much to the sport of horse racing. The first race in the Triple Crown is called the Kentucky Derby, known as the Run for the Roses. It's a race steeped in tradition, held annually at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. The Kentucky Derby has been a part of the American culture since its inception in 1875 and was founded by Colonel Meriwether Lewis Clark Jr., a visionary who, after witnessing the grandeur of English horse racing, thought to bring that same spectacle to America. Clark's creation quickly became the most important race in the country, with its rich history, thrilling moments, and signature fashion, from the oversized hats to the mint juleps. The Kentucky Derby is not just a race, but a celebration of tradition. At just a mile and a quarter long, it's a fast and furious race where anything can happen. The horses, the jockeys, the crowd, everything seems to come together in this remarkable moment in time. And here it is at the Derby. At the quest for the Triple Crown often begins. The world watches in awe, hoping that this year's champion will be the one to take the first step towards greatness. The Preakness Stakes, it's the middle jewel. Just 2 weeks after the Derby comes the Preakness Stakes, the second race in the Triple Crown series. Held at Pimlico Racecourse in Baltimore, Maryland, the Preakness has been running since 1873, making it the second oldest race in the series. This race, though shorter than the Kentucky Derby, is known for its unique atmosphere. Fans — I was there — I added to that atmosphere too. It's called the infield. Fans are still riding high in the Derby excitement, but now the field has thinned and we will begin to see who truly has the stamina and determination to take on the final leg of the journey. I did make it to the end. I wasn't racing. The Preakness Stakes has its own set of traditions too. The winner is draped in a blanket of black-eyed Susans, a symbol of the race's Maryland heritage. The energy is palpable as the horses race toward what could be the final hurdle on this way to the Triple Crown glory. For many, this is the race that cements a contender's place in history or exposes the cracks in their quest for perfection. The Belmont Stakes, this is a test of a champion. And then we come to the third and final jewel, the Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes. The Belmont is often referred to as the test of the champion because it's the longest race in the series, stretching out to 1.5 miles. Held in Elmont, New York at Belmont Park, this race is the ultimate test of endurance. It's where the best are separated from the rest, where the dream of the Triple Crown can either be realized or dashed in the final stretch. The Belmont Stakes is unique not just for its distance, but also for its role in determining the fate of the Triple Crown contender. For years, we've seen horses make history here, and we've also seen the heartbreak of those who couldn't complete the final challenge. But it's with this uncertainty, this incredible test of strength and stamina, that makes the Belmont Stakes such a thrilling spectacle for fans around the world. Now, here's the part that captures the imagination of everyone who watches: the rare, elusive achievement of winning all three races in a single year. Since the inception of the Triple Crown, only 13 horses have accomplished this incredible feat. The first Triple Crown winner was Sir Barton in 1919, who made history by winning the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont in the same year. The most famous Triple Crown winner, of course, was Secretariat, who achieved the feat in 1973. Secretariat is widely regarded as one of the greatest racehorses of all time. His performance in the Belmont, where he won an astonishing 31 lengths, is considered one of the most impressive feats in sports history. Other legendary horses like Affirmed in 1978 and American Pariah in 2015 also added their names to this exclusive list. And yet, the Triple Crown remains a rare and elusive prize. There are many years where the dream ends, where a horse wins the Kentucky Derby but falters in the Preakness or Belmont, and the hopes of a Triple Crown champion fade. The symbolism of the Triple Crown. 3 legs make a strong stool. The Triple Crown is not just about horses. It's about people behind them, the trainers, the jockeys, the owners, and the fans who cheer them on. It's about the dedication, the tireless effort, and the belief that anything is possible when you push yourself to the limit, right? The pursuit of the Triple Crown is the ultimate test of a horse's heart and the determination of those who guide them. The Triple Crown is also a symbol of excellence. It's a mark of greatness that elevates the winner to legendary status, forever etched in the annals of racing history. And it's a reminder of the incredible bond between human and animal and how we come together to achieve something truly extraordinary. As we watch the Kentucky Derby today, let's remember the history of the Triple Crown and what it represents. It's more than just simply a series of races. It's a celebration of what's possible when talent, hard work, and determination align. Whether this year's race will produce a new Triple Crown winner champion is yet to be seen, but we'll be here watching, hoping, and celebrating the spirit of competition that defines the Triple Crown. Thank you for joining me today. May the best horse in the Kentucky Derby win. Sean Diddy Combs has officially rejected a plea deal with the federal government on his charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. His trial is now set to begin in just days. This trial could very well be used to expose other Epstein-type pedos in Hollywood.
Federal court after an audit found billions in homeless funds were poorly tracked.
This was Karen Bass and the head of the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisor, Catherine Barger, in federal court. This was yesterday, where the court said they didn't know, based on analysis, where any of the money was going. Now, Judge David Carter, in the hearing with LA Mayor Bass and Supervisor Barger, the chair of the Board of Supervisors, Carter, who's been active in the search for answers to the homeless problem in LA and Orange County, recited a history of poor oversight, inaccurate accounting, unclear metrics, and untrustworthy results. 2 studies pointed to the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, LAHSA, as a source of problems. The most recent study, $2.3 billion, found that documents provided by the agency were so poor that it made tracking the spending nearly impossible. Supervisor Barger today said the judge is right. The board will vote to bring back the tax money that it takes in for homeless services and manage it themselves. They believe it will result in greater accountability than the LA Homeless Authority. The judge says he's losing patience. I'm Conan Nolan.
Senator Kennedy never holds back.
This explains why Democrats are freaking out about Senator Kennedy.
And I want to make 2 quick points. Number one, it strikes me as breathtakingly ironic. The cynic might say cynical, that the people who are screaming so loudly about President Trump's decision to audit federal spending are the very same people under President Biden who wanted to hire 80,000 new IRS agents with guns to audit the American people. As I've said before, if it weren't for double standards, there wouldn't be any standards at all in this town.
I think the young folks of us have gotten email, threats from reporters and the public alike. I think, speaking for myself, I dropped out of Harvard and came here to serve my country. And it's been unfortunate to see, lost friendships. Most of campus hates me now. But I think fundamentally, I hope people realize through conversations like this that reform is genuinely needed. And if there's one, I think this is important to say, if there's one group of people who really have a shot of success, it's the people here. They're up until 2 a.m. Monday through Sunday. DOJ does not recognize weekends. We're working all the time.
What inspired you to drop out of Harvard to do this?
There's a lot of reform that's needed. I think the value of this and the impact here is so much more vast than anything you could learn in a classroom doing computer science.
And you guys are sleeping here, I'm hearing. You guys are up all night. You have this meeting at 10 o'clock every Wednesday?
We'll probably go back to work right after this.
Yeah. You're going back to work after this?
Yes.
Right.
It's almost 11 o'clock.
So that's early.
It's early? Can I go to bed? It's an incredible work ethic. You guys should be really, really proud of yourself.
Or should there be rules?
I think it can be modernized.
There's opportunity for improvement.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Right. I'm at the Postal Service. I think a lot of people don't realize that there's actually a law that says that the post office is supposed to have a balanced budget.
There is?
Yeah, there is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's not working, is it?
No, it's not.
So they're breaking the law.
They're breaking the law.
Okay.
Basically, since 2007, almost every year since 2007, they've lost money. So you might ask, like, what happened in 2007? So
Yeah.
there was
What happened in
additional
2007?
Yeah, there was additional regulation
Okay.
that went into place that essentially crippled them and put them down this like not good path where they essentially are stuck in the past as well as bleeding money left and right.
Okay.
So like it's great and we appreciate that the postal employees are willing to go to the hardest parts like in this country. But we think that we can modernize it and help them become profitable. Right now, last year they lost $9.5 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Serious money.
We finally meet big balls.
Investment securities, unrealized losses at U.S. banks surged from $482 billion up for 33% from last quarter. We talked about this before. If you had a 20% loss in your portfolio, you need a 25% gain the following year to get back to the same number you were at before. Let's suppose you lost 50% of your portfolio. You had $1 million and you're down to 500,000. What kind of rate of return do you need on the 500,000 to simply get back to the million? You need to double your money. You do that in 1 year, what kind of risk are you going to be taking? Folks, there's something called the alpha and the beta risk that you need to be aware of. If you don't know these things, you probably should not be involved in the stock market. Suppose Klaus Schwab's daughter flips and confesses World Economic Forums to murder billions. That's what their agenda was, huh?
Nicole Schwab, the daughter of World Economic Forum co-founder Klaus, is extensively cooperating with prosecutors in the crimes against humanity case against key figures of the global elite, sparking fear in the WEF, the UN and the WHO that their diplomatic immunity is about to be revoked and arrest warrants issued. Behind the scenes, the so-called untouchables are panicking. Investigations, once thought impossible, are in full swing. Prosecutors are circling. The illusion of immunity is cracking. And whispers inside the International Criminal Court say we're on the brink of Nuremberg 2.0. Real names, real trials, real consequences. The globalist elites have made the last 5 years hell for humanity, but we've held strong, maintained our dignity, and exposed their deceptions one after another. Our abusers have been backed into a corner, and now they're being forced to admit the crimes they've committed. They want us to forgive and forget. But we the people are not going to let that happen, because this isn't just about justice, it's about reckoning, and it's closer than they think.